All right, everybody. This is your host, Big Daddy B at the B.AND.R Show. My co-host, Big Hoss, is not on tonight. Shadowman will be co-hosting tonight's broadcast. Now, we have some really juicy stuff for you tonight. For those of you who don't know Elizabeth Warren, she's possibly running as Hillary Clinton's vice president. She and Trump had some words together. They were not pretty.
How pretty not were they?
They weren't very good, I'll tell you that. Elizabeth Warren is calling Donald Trump a racist, thin-skinned bully. And then you have Donald Trump calling Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas and goofy. So, I mean, Donald Trump he's really acting childish about this. He can't be all grown up about it. So, but hey, Elizabeth Warren was just speaking the truth, and that was that. We're going to go ahead and play you a clip of Elizabeth Warren calling Donald Trump a thin-skinned racist bully. So, here it is.
Now, Trump also whined that he's being treated unfairly because the judge happens to be, we believe, Mexican. And when he got called out, he doubled down by saying, "I'm building a wall. It's an inherent conflict of interest." He has personally directed his army of campaign surrogates to step up their own public attacks on Judge Curiel. He's even condemned federal judges who are Muslim on the disgusting theory that Trump's own bigotry compromises the judge's neutrality. You just can't make this stuff up. Now, like all federal judges, Judge Curiel is bound by the Federal Code of Judicial Ethics not to respond to these attacks. Trump is picking on someone who is ethically bound not to defend himself. Exactly what you would expect from a thin-skinned racist bully.
Now, Donald Trump had a reaction to this. And he has called, he had called Elizabeth Warren Elizabeth Warren, a.k.a. Pocahontas, and called her goofy. So we have the childishness in here. I'm going to play you that clip, and then we're going to get on to some other Donald Trump and Elizabeth Warren stories. So here it is.
66,000 ads, and I said to my people, I was watching television in Florida, and I said, there's no way I can win. How can I possibly win? Every single ad is a negative ad, and most of them are false. There was a little truth to some of them, I'll be honest. But for the most part, they were false. And I was being hit by everybody. I was being hit by the Republicans. I was being hit by Pocahontas. That's Pocahontas. Pocahontas. That's this Elizabeth Warren. I call her Goofy. She is, Goofy. She gets less done than anybody in the United States Senate. She gets nothing done, nothing passed. She's got a big mouth, and that's about it. But they use her because Hillary's trying to be very presidential. She's stopping with the shouting, okay? But then I listened before, and I'll be honest with you, I cannot listen to her. I cannot listen to her. Can't listen. So I've been hit by 66,000 ads, negative ads. And I said, no way. And we won Florida in a landslide, won it by 20 points.
Well, of course he would win Florida. He is the only Republican candidate running at this time. So we already know he's going to be the one to win Florida on the Republican side. That's nothing to brag about. Now, here's what Donald Trump had to tweet. He did a tweet about this whole thing. Here's what it said. At real Donald Trump, goofy Elizabeth Warren, sometimes referred to as Pocahontas, pretended to be a Native American in order to advance her career. Very racist. Well, Donald Trump, I wouldn't be jumping the gun on that one because you're pretty racist too.
Pretty.
Actually, a lot racist, greater than racist. He's the epitome of racistness. But, yeah. I mean, he says things like, you know, here's the one thing you have to understand here. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. When you go to stereotyping, you're not just stereotyping one certain race, you're stereotyping, I guess you could be stereotyping one certain race, but you're talking to everybody in that race that you're stereotyping. Now, that's just like I've said before, it's like saying all white people are part of the KKK. Well, here's what he said about Mexicans. They're drug dealers, they're rapists, they're murderers, and some, I assume, are good people. Well, you call them murderers, rapists, and all this other stuff and say they're good people. So how can you say they're good people but they're murderers and rapists? It makes absolutely no sense. You can't have it one way here, you have to have it both ways. I mean, it's like a story. There's two sides to every story. So, yeah. And then he goes on at another tweet. Pocahontas is at it again. Goofy Elizabeth Warren, one of the least productive U.S. senators, has a nasty mouth. Hope she is VP choice. That's what Trump tweeted on Friday again. So this is all just childishness that we have going on anymore. And, of course, Hillary Clinton did fire back at all this. And here's what she had to say. When Trump goes off his staff's script, he insults anyone who challenges him. Judge for his heritage, senator for hers. Ours should be disavowed. So, I mean, this went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it just kept going and going and going and going. And it's getting to where I don't even care who wins the election anymore. It's getting to that point for me.
Me too.
Exactly. I mean, there's just anymore. This whole election has gone to childishness, and it's not the way it used to be, to where everyone just hashed out their differences and their opinions and their beliefs, and that was it.
No.
We have to be racist because society tells us to. We have to do this because society tells us to. So it's all part of a chain of events that's going to keep going and going and going and going and going.
When is this going to end? It's not going to end.
It probably won't. That's the thing. It will not end anytime soon. Trump says how he's a businessman and he's a businessman and he gives to people. Why don't you give to this country and man up? That's exactly how I feel about it. If he's such a businessman, why has he gone bankrupt 4 times?
And he keeps doing it.
It's a chain of reaction. It's a domino effect. It's going to keep hitting everyone straight in the face with everything he says. And it ticks me off because, you know, I live in this country too. I'm part of the population, just like everybody else is in this country. So, I mean, I don't know. Cher had something to say about all this. Cher's a big singer and songwriter. And this is what she had to say about Trump. When I watch Trump, I just want to blow my brains out. And I don't blame her.
Trump thinks he's everything, and he isn't.
No, he's not. That's the thing. He thinks his crap don't stink. He can say whatever he wants to. Well, Trump supporters, I hate to tell you.
But boy, does it. I'm sorry to say that, 'cause I don't like it when people, make fun of other people and all that. But he just enjoys doing it all the time.
I think that's actually true, Shadow Man. And it's true. He enjoys making people or hurting people, yes. It's just like a while back when he made fun of that. I can't remember his name at the moment, but he made fun of this guy with disability.
Mm-hmm.
And is that who we really want as our president? He's supposed to be beside the American people and stand up for the American people, not make fun of them because they have a disability.
Yeah, but he wouldn't care about that.
I just want to talk about that because I don't have disability. You see, my arm does not work.
I mean, he have you seen the clips and the videos? He had his arm shaking it, and like it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And maybe to him it was funny.
But to other people it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Boy, am I glad I'm able to talk on this now, because it is.
And it's just, I don't know. I'm just tired of it. Let's go. We're gonna go ahead and switch to something else, and then we'll get back to Donald Trump and Elizabeth Warren.
See what you have to say.
Yes. You can either call in the show at 754-200-3171 or email us at the B.AND.R Show at yahoo.com. That's all lowercase letters.
And we will try to answer everything. It's just that it's hard with our phones area.
Yes. Now, get this. The United States government can now swipe your card. They have these little machines that are in there. They're going to have them in their patrol cars. And they're these little machines. It's kind of like a radar gun when they see how fast you're going. And there's going to be these little radar guns that will swipe the money off your card if you get a ticket and don't pay for it. And that does go. It goes against unlawful search and seizure, which is in the Constitution. See, they're violating everybody's rights by doing this. No one gets this, and it's very sad to me.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy that got. There was someone that got pulled over in Nebraska in 2014. He was pulling a semi-tractor trailer. And the officer or the highway patrolman came up to him and said, "Well, officer, what did I do wrong? Was I speeding?" He said, "No, you have an unpaid ticket from 2013." And this happened in 2014. So the guy looks out his window looks out his truck window and sees the other patrolmen have a radar gun or something similar to a radar gun. He got home, there was nothing left on his card at all. They had completely took everything off that card, wiped it clean. That goes against unlawful search and seizure.
You should at least be able to tell the guy what's going on.
They won't.
I know.
So, I mean,